Hi everybody, it's Cindy here with Stamping Chick Creations. Happy Monday. It's a Monday. Happy Monday. It is Monday, May 5th, which is super, super exciting. So as you hop on, say hello. I don't know how many people are going to see that I've gone live for tonight because I posted this actually on Sunday instead of Monday. I was trying something new. And I don't know that a lot of people saw that I was going live. So I'm hoping that you remember that I am here every Monday night at 7:30 p.m. and Eastern Standard Time, and that you will join me. So I'm trying to get the measurements out earlier than I have been in the past, just to give you enough time to get your stuff cut and ready. Because if you're like me, that's not a lot of time Monday morning at 6 a.m. to be posting the measurements for something going live at 7:30 p.m. if you're busy and work and all those kind of things. So as we have people hop on, say hello so I know that you're here. I do have a box of new products here beside me that I haven't even shown you yet. It just arrived, actually. It was some of the other items that I wanted that I kind of put off getting. Just because I thought, oh, I don't need it. And then my brain got thinking about some classes and the bigger events that I want to do. And so I thought it'd be a great opportunity to pick those out, get them here so I had time to play with them. So we'll wait a few minutes while people hop on. But a couple things that I just want to remind you about that are happening is, hi Sharon, is number one, Wednesday night, I have my big BOGO sale. Now, I did do a BOGO sale a couple months ago, and that was on my stamps and my dies. This one will be on retired paper. Hi, Sandy. Retired paper, so designer series paper. It will be solid cardstock. So those were the colors that retired the last refresh, as well as some in colors. There will be some ink pads. There will be some blends. There will be some Stampin' Write markers. There's some ribbon. What else is there? What else am I missing? I can't think of it. But anyway, so there's over 150 items. I would have loved to actually have put way more in the sale. But unfortunately, I'm one person. Hi, Donna. Unfortunately, I'm one person and I could only get together that many items just very quickly. Maya and I leave Tuesday morning for Florida for our incentive trip to Disney World. So thank you, Stamp It Up. And so that trip, less than 1% of all demonstrators across the globe actually earn that. So it's a very, very prestigious trip. So we leave for that Tuesday morning. And I have a lot of things to do before I leave. And so tomorrow we're heading to London to get Maya's prom dress tried on and see if we need alterations and that kind of thing. So tomorrow's a busy day. Work is insane right now. So anyway, so I've got over 150 items. So if you're not familiar with how that works, I will explain it to you on Wednesday before we start. We will go through all the instructions and all the things, but don't miss it. So it's going to start 7 p.m. sharp Eastern Standard Time, and it's only open to Canadian residents because I cannot ship product across the border. Okay. All right. So I'm going to show you some pretty things that I have that just came in. So I see I have a couple people here. So these are some of the things that I thought I didn't need. And then I decided, oh boy, I actually need them. So I don't know how much of these I've showed you before. I don't think many. This one is one. It's called The Right Words. I might have shown you this one. It's a really nice overall type of, excuse me, blah, 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 blah. Words are hard. Overall type of stamp set. This one I know I showed you, but I showed you the French version of this one. So I did end up ordering the English version. This is the one that we are using with our elite group this month. So this whole suite we are using. And I have the card in my head. I just have to decide on what color paper, etc. on that one. So I'll put these to the side for right now. Pretty florals. I know this doesn't seem like a lot, but this one actually has a coordinating die somewhere. We'll get to it at some point. So there's that one. Sentimental framing. I might have shown you this one. I don't remember. My memory's not so good. So it says, there's no words to fill the void, but know that I am here. Through it all, you've always been there for me. I'm so grateful. So it's a very like sentimental one. I really like it. I love the fonts on it too. So Sweet Blooms. So this one definitely has a die set to go with it. Is it this one? No. Pretty Florals. Let's see. Let's open some of these up. These are coordinating dies. So we are going to do some stamping today, guys. I just want to show you some of the new product that I just got in that I did during round 2 of my order. Really bad thing to order multiple. Oh my gosh, look at these. Okay, I have no idea what this one goes to. I can't picture it right now. Can you see the detail in these? Oh my goodness. I'm so excited to try these. What does this say? Sentimental framing. Oh, so that might go with this one. Duh. Right there in front of me. So I must not have shown this to you, because I think I got this together. Look how beautiful those frames are. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. Hi, Joanne. Thank you, Linda. Yeah, I'm excited to get away. I just have to get there. I just have to get there. Okay. And now my daughters decide to send me the plans for tomorrow. Okay, so Pretty Florals. Let's see what this one is. This one is, so of course we have to still figure out what we're taking on our trip, because we've both been so busy that it's been the last thing on our mind. Pretty Florals. I feel like this one goes with this one. Okay, so this set goes with this set. Right? Look how pretty these are. She's going to keep messaging me while I'm on my video. She should know what time it is. Okay, so this one, Sweet Bloom. So this one does have a die as well. Not that one. That one I know does not go with this one. Sweet Bloom. So see this one? I like this one because of the big fonts on this one. So if you ask for a catalog, they are en route. I promise you they are. If you were supposed to pick one up, I can't even get into this one. What is happening right now? If you were supposed to pick one up, I think there's still some in the deck box. I forgot to check when I came in. And if I was dropping one off, I think I dropped them all off. I think, I hope. Okay, Sweet Blooms. So look at the words that match the stamp. The stamps. Big, big. I love, love, right? Okay, Sweet Bloom. So these all, friends, go live tomorrow. Tomorrow the book goes live. I'm so excited about it. Okay, so let's show you this one. I was not going to get this set. I was not. I like this. I was like, I don't know, it's nice, but do I need it? Do I need it, or do I want it? And then I kept seeing a lot of cards done with this. And I know this doesn't look like a lot to you, but it makes the cutest beach bag. Like the cutest beach bag. And then you have your like sunglasses, your suntan lotion, your water bottle. Like it's really, really cute. So I could see some possibilities there. So I decided to go with that. And then I'll tell you what started this whole thing. What started the whole thing was because I needed the Darling Duckling paper. And I thought, well, I'm not going to put Darling Duckling paper in just for the sake of putting Darling Duckling paper in, right? So I just realized you guys can't even see my face. Not that you need to see my face. Okay, Scenic Adventures. And then we've got like the mountains, we've got the trees, right? Very nice. Did you guys see the measurements for tonight's card posted? Because I'm going to go through those in just a minute. And I think this is the only other thing that was new for these gems. I think. Okay. All right. So I want to show you that before we got started crafting, because those were new and I forgot to share them with you. Okay. I'm going to move those out of the way. All right. Are you guys with me? Hi, Janet. Okay, so I gave you guys some measurements. I hope you saw them. I did post them in, so when I book things through Ecamm, which is the software that I use to stream this, it creates an event automatically on Facebook for me. So I did put the measurements there, and I put it in the post yesterday. So I'm hoping everybody saw it yesterday as well. So if you didn't, you can follow along, and I'm going to give you the measurements now. But what you need is a standard. We're going to actually make a card tonight. We're going to make 3 cards tonight. Okay. So how many of you are watching, and how many of you saw my instructions and are going to play along? I'm always curious. I know there's not many on tonight. I think that's because people are confused. Confused because it's Monday. It's Monday. Feels like a Monday. Okay, Linda saw the measurements. Fantastic. Okay, that's super helpful. Thank you, Linda. Did anybody else see the measurements and are ready to play along? I think you're going to really like this layout. I saw this layout and I was like, that's a good one. That is one that we're going to use our scraps for, and you can mix it up and have a beautiful, beautiful card. Okay. I'll probably pull some of my new stamps. Going to craft along with you. Donna says she's playing along. Fantastic. Saw them, but watching tonight. Okay, just watching. Okay, perfect. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here is a piece of Pool Party. I almost called it Lost Lagoon. Pool Party cardstock. It's just your standard card base. Okay. This piece here is Bubble Bath. And so I did see on the instructions a neutral cardstock. Now, a neutral is generally white, very vanilla, something like that. Okay. For this one, because the paper I'm using, I thought it might be nice to bring in the pinks, because I'm going to use the wonderful birthday one that we love, like this one, which I know some of this is retired or retiring, and that's fine. Okay. I did tell you that you needed 4 pieces that were 2.5 by 1 1/4. So they're 2.5 by 1 1/4. And I did tell you 4 different designs. Now, I hate wasting paper. If you follow me, you know that. So what I did is I cut 2 the same. Hi, Diane. Just watching, making supper as well. I saw measurements. However, will be in from seeding. Okay. Watching, didn't see info for cards. Okay, so I posted the card info yesterday, guys, so that's okay. So what I did is I cut 2 designer series papers, the same paper, and I just plan on flipping them over. Okay. So if you can get 4 different ones, you're doing awesome, or you can kind of do the same and just mix and match. And then I have 2 pieces that are 1 1/4 by 1 1/4. So those are those 2. And then, well, I guess I could turn them this way so my cake is going the right direction. And then I have 1 piece that is 2.5 by 1 1/4. So it's actually the same size as these ones, but it's a solid piece. Now, if this piece is white, I should have put this in the instructions, white or very vanilla, you actually don't need this piece, which I'm going to show you that in a minute when I do the other ones. But so this is essentially what we need. And then obviously your white cardstock for the inside, which I have some here. I forgot to write that down for you guys. But okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to adhere your neutral cardstock onto your card base. And try to do it straight if you can. Which, if you know me, that's always a challenge. Oh boy, this is why I like to use Tombow. For this exact reason. Okay. So there is my card base. Okay. Now, I want you to take one of your pieces of 1 1/4 by 1 1/4. And we're going to place it up here at the top. Now, we're not going to glue anything down yet because I want to make sure that my spacing is going to work before I actually glue anything down. Okay. So I'm going to put 1 here, and then I'm going to flip over my pattern. I'm going to put 1 here because I want these patterns to be different. I mean, they can be the same, I suppose, if you wanted them to be. So I'm just keeping them nicely to the edge, but not completely butted up against the edge. I want like a little frame, but a very, very minor frame. Then I'm going to take one of my papers and I'm going to come here and I'm going to place it under my 1 1/4 by 1 1/4. And again, I'm not gluing anything right now because I want to make sure that I'm going to like how things are positioned first before I do any of that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to change my paper. I'm going to just change it for this one. No, I'm not. Just kidding. No, I'm going to keep it like this. I was thinking the pattern. So if your pattern is directional, if your paper is directional, it might make a difference. Okay, so then I'm going to take one of these ones and I'm going to place it here. Then I'm going to take this one, I'm going to place it here. It's like a little bit of a puzzle, right? Except for we're trying to put this one here and this one here. Okay. And then I'm going to place this little guy down here. Again, working on my spacing. This is really hard to do when my card keeps moving. And then this is actually going to go here, but this is actually going to put we're going to put our sentiment on that. Okay. So I know this is hard to see on camera because it's all very light colors, but you can see why when I say we wanted different patterns, why I was looking for that was so that we didn't have a lot of duplication. It's not really the end of the world. It's really not. So the other really cool thing is depending on what your paper is, if I was on the ball, which I glued down my piece first before I did anything, but if I was really on the ball, I could have glued this all down and then ran it through my embossing folder and just gave it extra texture. I don't think I need this on this one because I got a lot of patterns and designs going on, but essentially that's what I could do. So, and if I really wanted to finish this off, what I could do is actually just take either a flower or a cupcake or something, and I could kind of put it here to kind of finish off my sentiment, which I may or may not do if I can find my elements quickly. Okay, so there will be a very, very small, spacing between each of my pieces, and so we don't want it to butt up against each other. We want like an 1/8 of an inch spacing, maybe. Is that fair? You know me, I'm terrible with measurements. Okay. Has anybody seen this card layout done before? Because I have not, and I saw this and I was like, I like this because I think it's a really, really great way to use up my designer series paper. Because we all have those little bits and pieces like this that we're like, oh, what do I do with that? Like, it's not big enough to do much with. So I'm curious, has anybody seen this before? So I'm just going to glue these ones down. This paper is so pretty. I'm so sad because I think this is one of the retiring ones. So you'll have to watch for our, oops, you'll have to watch for our saga and tribulations of Disney because Maya has never flown before. Hi, Yvonne. Janet says, no, I haven't. Okay. I had not seen this one either, and I've seen a lot of different layouts, so this one really kind of made me happy. Okay, so now I'm going to stamp something on this, which I'm thinking let's use a new stamp set. Let's use a new one. Is this the one I want to use? I used a happy birthday. So my husband's birthday is also on Thursday. So I have been busy making him a card. It was not a very awesome card. To be quite honest, it was very plain Jane. And honestly, I didn't even use Stamp It Up stamp on it. Don't tell. I actually used a cow one, obviously. So I'm going to use the Happy Birthday stamp from Unbounded Love. And what color do I want to use? I'm thinking Blueberry Bushel is kind of like to bring in the blue. It's my favorite. I actually have several packages of this, Yvonne. So I as well am obsessed with it. It's so incredibly beautiful. This piece right here is really starting to, there. So I might just bring in the Blueberry Bushel, just to pull in this blue that we have, just to make it kind of bright. So who is excited about the book going live tomorrow? So the book as well as the online exclusives. So we have to remember, whoops, we have to remember that the online exclusives are actually, and the scrapbook kit, yes. The online exclusives will have the sailboat. It will have the little piggy, right? Remember I showed you those? So make sure you get on that order right away, because I can guarantee you both of those items will be one of the first ones to go from the online exclusives. And online, blah, 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 words are so difficult. Online exclusives are exactly that. They're only available online, but they are only as supplies last. So if they sell out in the first day, they sell out in the first day. They probably will not bring back more. So I would hate for anybody to be disappointed. And if you signed up for my In Color Club, I am ordering all the product tomorrow, is my goal, so that it will get delivered while I'm in Florida. And then when I get back from Florida, I can start cutting and prepping the first month to go out. Okay. Now, in saying that, I also want to bring to the attention that Cloud Cover, which was one of the In Colors, there was a quality issue with it, and they will not be bringing out the actual ink pad for that color, because it actually didn't set the way it should have, which means that over time it does not look the same. And I'm just trying to see if I can find my elements super quick. Nope. Okay, I was trying to find my cupcakes and stuff that I had, but I don't see them now. So they don't compare to the quality that Stampin' Up! Would like. So they are not comfortable selling it. So what they have decided to do is not bring it out as an ink pad. We can purchase the re-inker, and we can purchase uninked ink pads. Yes, there's a chemical reaction. Yes. And so it's not up to the quality. So they're not going to be producing it. So, which I'm grateful for Stampin' Up! For doing that, because most companies would just sell it. And Stampin' Up's like, we're not doing that. So I'm grateful to them for, you know, being honest and pausing the process to make sure that everything is up to snuff and up to quality. So thank you to them for that. So if you signed up for my In Color Club, we're going to have to see how we handle that. So I have to put some thought into that first. But okay, so as I'm doing this, I have three options. I have a cupcake, which I think is super cute. I have a flower that I can put. I would probably put my flower this way though, I'm thinking. or I have a balloon. So hi Bev, does anybody have some input or feedback as to which one I should use? So you guys are deciding that. Then I will be putting my stamp away. So I have a cupcake, I have a balloon, and I have flowers. Any options or suggestions as to what we should probably use for this one? So this is the balloon. I have a whole pouch of those things somewhere, but clearly not easily accessible. The cupcake, which I think is cute because it ties in the blue. Or we can do a flower. Flower, cupcake. Do we have a breaking decision? I have a cupcake and I have a flower. Hard to see detail on my phone. Yeah, it probably is. Balloons. Okay, so we have one of each. we have a balloon, we have a rose or flower, and we have a cupcake. So there's my balloon. The balloon's cute. Here's the cupcake. Do you know why I like the cupcake? Because the candle lines up perfectly with this spacing, and then the icing kind of fills in the H and the B. Cupcake. Sharon says cupcake. I like the cupcake too. Or the flower. I think I like the cupcake. What do you think? I need some gems. I need some gems. I know there's gems that match this one. But of course. Oh, you know what? My take your pick tool is at home. Darn. I did a really awesome, hi, look at all the people that are here. I had no idea all these people were here. Cupcakes. Okay, we're doing cupcakes. So I did an event here in Sarnietta Bakery. And the attendees learned how to make, how to decorate cookies, gingerbread cookies. And then I taught them how to make the holder to put their cookies in, as well as a card. It was an awesome event, I have to tell you. I wasn't sure how it was going to go because I've never done anything like this before. But we had a great time. The ladies had a great time. Yeah, it was pretty awesome. I was very happy with the end results. I think everybody really enjoyed their well, I know they enjoyed the cookies, and then they enjoyed the class on making the card, and some of the ladies didn't realize they were making the cookies and the packaging, which was like extra bonus. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Like to the point that I was like, hey, maybe I can do this. Maybe I could do this. I didn't, because I didn't want to embarrass anybody. But okay, so there's card number 1. Okay, it's simple. I know it's very pale to see, so I will take pictures afterwards so you can see them more vibrantly on camera. Okay, let's do this one. So this one uses another one of my absolute favorite papers. This is the black and white paper. And I'm not going to glue this one down just yet. Okay, so I'm going to do this one. So I'm using a black card base, and I'm using a white piece. What do I want to do here? Hang on. I want to make sure that it's optically pleasing and mixing my patterns around here. So this one, I actually am not using an extra piece here. I'm just going to stamp right onto my my white piece. Let me see here. I want to make sure my spacing's all good. I'm trying to decide. These are big decisions. I'm trying to decide if I want like this. Now this one I could actually run through an embossing folder, like a subtle embossing folder. If I wanted to. Again, I feel like there's lots of pattern going on. I love this new black and white paper. I do. It's, if you know me, like wearing a mustard sweater today is very out of the box for me. I always wear black and white. So, or black at least. Maybe not necessarily black and white, but I am always wearing black of some kind. It's usually black pants because I feel like black never really goes out of style. And the thing you need to know about me is like, I am very frugal when it comes to certain things, only certain things. Clothing is one of it because I like to keep my clothes as long as I can because I don't really like clothes shopping. Let it be known. Although somebody did tell me when I said about going to Disney Springs, it's supposed to rain while we're in Florida too, like our first day there or something. They did say to me, "Oh, you might change your mind after going to Disney Springs about shopping." And I'm like, "Really? I've never been to Disney Springs, so I'm not really sure what to expect." But has anybody been to Disney? Do you have any good tips for me? Because I've been to Epcot a few years back with Stampin' Up! For our leaders conference. But they gave us like we had the night to spend in the park, but they only gave us, I think, 2 rides or something. I don't remember. It was so long ago. And I don't remember much about it, to be quite honest. I remember feeling very overwhelmed. But I'm hoping my friends here will have lots and lots of tips for me. What do we need to see? What do we not need to see? What do we... all those things. Because I feel like some of you have been there way more times than I could ever even imagine. So we are going to we get 2 parks included in our package or whatever. And so I picked, along with Maya, excuse me, Epcot and Animal Kingdom, because I love animals. So Animal Kingdom was like a no-brainer. And then Epcot was the other option because we're not really Disney fans. Like, we don't do a lot of the Disney stuff. Like, my kids never really grew up with lots of Disney stuff. I feel like I failed them a little bit maybe, but this paper is like kind of messing with me today. I don't know if I cut my white piece a little bit smaller than normal or if it's the pattern that's throwing me right for a loop. Never been. Yeah, Bev, this will be my first experience as like spending more than like a couple hours there. Now, I will tell you the closing, our closing event, Stampin' Up! Has reserved a whole park for us at Animal Kingdom. Avatar of Pandora or something like that. So we get 2 rides there. Go to 3D shows, great experience. You know what I'm really freaking out about, guys? And maybe you guys, maybe Diane, maybe you can fill me in on this. I'm worried that my vertigo will kick in with a 3D. Like, I'm wondering if it will just kind of keep me a little bit, like, feeling a little bit weird. I'm really hoping not. That's my biggest fear. We really want to get lots of tanning in. We want to just keep it nice and chill. But I also want to take advantage of, you know, experiencing some things that I can experience while I'm there, right? So, because I probably will never go back because it's not really on my bucket list, Disney, to be quite honest. So it's just, yeah. Haven't been there. Yeah, I honestly, we went to Epcot, like I said, a few years ago with, for a leadership conference. And the girl I was with and I did, it was one of the, like, okay, this is wrong, but I'll call it a boat cruise. But it actually was like, it was a ride, I guess, but it took you through and showed you where they grow all the food for Disney. So like the peppers, the cucumbers, like all the stuff they use in their foods. And it was fascinating. Like it was like, wow, this is really, really cool. But honestly, that's the only thing I actually remember. I remember it being really super hot. I don't remember anything else. I remember there was a band or a group from Montreal playing there. The night laser shows and fireworks. Okay, we are staying at the Grand Floridian. That's where they have booked us in. So I'm really hoping that it's easy to navigate through and all the things. Okay, I was going to do this in black. Does anybody have any suggestions? I was going to actually do it as a thinking of you card. I've moved this so many times. Whoa. This is where I kind of like using my Tombow. I'm thinking of you right there. Shall I do it in black or shall I do it in a different color? And I'm really not sure if I will go live next Monday because we leave at 6 o'clock in the morning, the next morning, Tuesday morning. And honestly, I probably want to be at home trying to get ready. So I may not go live next week. Okay, any suggestions? Bus and shuttles every place. Perfect. That's my kind of way to navigate through places. As long as I don't get lost. Black. Okay. Thank you, Bev. Black is where I was going to go, but then I thought, do I want a color on this? So this one, I'm not even using the extra piece. I'm just going to stamp directly on my... I thought I stamped that crooked, but it's actually how the stamp is. So it's not me, just so you know. So yeah, so you'll have to stay tuned. I will be posting as much as I can on what's going on and all the things. I'm excited for Maya to experience a Stampin' Up! Event with me, to be quite honest, because she has never experienced anything put on by Stampin' Up! And neither did my husband until last year, and he was quite blown away by the whole thing. So I'm excited to have her experience that. What do you think of this card? I actually quite like this one. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it with all the patterns going on. It's quite nice. Quite nice. I like it. Okay, let's do one more. Well, you had to know that I was going to use this paper because next to the something bright. Oh, you're a little behind, honey. Something bright. Well, maybe I'll use something bright on this one. So next to the birthday paper, this daisy paper, which is not called daisy paper, I know that, is probably one of my next favorite papers. I love this paper. I love yellow. Actually, I'm debating getting my nails done in yellow with sunflowers. Because if you know me, you know me. And you know that sunflowers are definitely my jam. actually in college, I had my entire apartment decorated in sunflowers. Hang on. I've got to switch these babies around. And actually, we were in the dollar store the other day, and they had all the sunflower bowls and plates and all that stuff. And Maya's like, Mom, look! They must have known you were coming. I was like, yeah, probably. I love sunflowers. Okay, I'm not sure how I feel about this one. There's too much green going on. Okay, I'm going to do this. Okay, what do we think? It's okay, so it's hot and humid in Orlando now. It is. It's supposed to be like stifling hot, and I have really bad asthma, which is going to be amazing. And then it's supposed to rain the second day that we're there. So we arrive on Tuesday, and Wednesday it's supposed to rain. So we thought maybe do Disney Springs Wednesday because it's supposed to rain. And then she had a sunflower. Oh, honestly, that would have been my dream, Janet. I love sunflowers. They just make me so happy. See, I knew I liked Lindsay. I knew it. Her and I'm telling you, we're like soul sisters. I was laughing because I saw my sister's comment about, I said, you're a little late. And she said, I usually am. I really, okay. I'm just gonna go with it. I was just looking at this paper. I'm like, oh, it's so pretty, but I need this side. So I'm gonna just do this. I'm just gonna close my eyes and pretend I see nothing. Flip other green one too. This one. But then my patterns are the same, Diane. I need to get more paper. I need to get different paper. Hang on. Because I had it all buried and then I found some. So let's go see if we can find some more. Hang on. Stay with me. Stay with me. I'm coming back. Okay. Okay, hang on. Let's do this one. Maybe this one. Ah, my fingers. Come on, fingers. Cooperate. I was looking for this pile of paper earlier and I couldn't find it. Okay, here. These are my choices. Okay, so let's look at these again. Let's reassess. Ooh, that yellow's pretty. Let's not do those ones. Okay, so I'm thinking we could do one like this. What's this one? No, let's not use that one. Let's change this one too. I'm thinking let's change this one. So let's do, you want mine. Do I want yours what, Fernie? Sorry, I forget even what I was just talking about. Oh boy, my brain these days, I'm not kidding you. Okay, so how big did I say that I wanted this? 2.5 by 1 1/4. Okay, so let me do this for a second. 2.5 by 1 1/4. Okay, so we can use this one as one. Okay, and then let's do by 1 1/4. So this is all the scraps that I had from the Paper and Inspiration. And then 1 1/4 by 1 1/4. Let's see if we can do this. Okay, let's see what we got here. Fingers. Oh, no, I don't want your fingers. Although my fingers are starting to feel like your fingers. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go like this. Like this. I feel like I don't like those two together. And I've glued this one down. Oh, that's pretty though, isn't it? Okay, let's go like this. Like this. Like this. Okay, I'm not sure what's happening right now, but I'm not loving this. Friends, help me. Help me, help me. What is going on here? What do you think of this? Will it work? Anybody out there? Hello? Hello, hello. You need more yellow on the bottom. I need more yellow on the bottom. Okay. What if I do this? Is that too much yellow? Don't you think that's too much yellow? What about that? Does that look better? It's very hard because it's not even glued down. This is very hard to do when you're trying. I feel like this has to be cut down just a hair. I feel like I did not measure this piece here right. Matching. That's better. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to cut a hair off this one. Just because I just moved my computer. I feel like it was just not. Okay, so is this one better? Let's bring this one here. Come on. There we go. There. Is this better? That's good. That looks better. Don't give up on it. I'm trying not to. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna glue. Are we good? So did you see that's not the glue I want. Did you see my post today about my swaps? Oh my goodness. I have never been so frustrated in my life, and I think it's because I had an idea in my head and I knew what I wanted to do, but I couldn't find the measurements exactly for what I wanted. So I was ad-libbing, and then I was like, I don't like any of these things. So then I kept changing my mind. Now, I have to tell you, last year when I went on the incentive trip and I did the swaps were beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But some of them were so plain, I was actually quite surprised. So I think I put way too much pressure on myself to make sure that I have an over-the-top awesome card. And I have to remind myself that I don't always have to have an over-the-top amazing card. Toronto winning 1-2-0 already over Florida. Woohoo! So I think that was part of the problem. I think I was putting way too much pressure on myself. So then I came Saturday night and I sat with a clear head and I made what I think is a very nice card. I die cut 3 circles, a flower or like a leafy thing, and then I embossed each piece 4 times. I'm like, oh my gosh, and then partway through I'm like, what am I doing? Yeah. Yeah, I know. I don't have to make them over the top. And it's not really over the top. It's just I like to do fun folds, right? So I think just like for a swap card for like the top achievers, I feel like just something like this is just kind of plain Jane. So I like to kind of step it up a little bit. And I don't need to, but I do. So anyway, I'm happy with it. I ran out of paper, and of course it's not the color that I ordered because it's not a color I use very often. So when I do my swaps for the SSS group, I'm going to have to change the colors, but it's fine. It's going to be the same card. They won't know. Nobody will know. Okay, so I need some help. Well, way more than you can probably give me, but what color do I want to stamp this in? I have to make 26 swaps for the incentive trip, Bev, and then I have to make another 10 for the SS group, which is our silver supporting silver group that I belong to. We're doing one for the new catalog. So essentially I was going to do 36 of the same card just to make it simpler, so I wasn't designing like another card. But the SSS one I may have to either modify or I may just have to change the card design. And maybe when I see the swaps, I'll maybe want to change my card. So, I don't know. Matching green. Okay, so this is Old Olive. Yeah, so we'll see. I'm not sure. I did a lot of die cutting and embossing. And I do remember last year when we were on the bus from the airport to the resort, there was people on the bus still doing their swaps. And I kind of feel like that might be me this year. I had all this great intention to start early. And then anyway, I didn't. Because, you know, life is life. Life is life sometimes. So I did not. But anyway, I think people will appreciate it once they see it. And I'm excited to share it with you. I am. I'm not going to share it with you until it's done, though, because the copy that I have is not a real indication of what it's going to look like. So anyway, look how pretty this is. Holy schmuggies. Maybe I should have just done something like this for it. Oh, I could have actually ran this through the embossing machine. Eek. That's okay. And I'm using a tape runner, which is really out of the box for me. Okay, do you guys want a new challenge for the week? I am going to challenge you all to send out 5 cards before the postal strike. Okay? I hear they're striking again. I hope that's false information, but I kind of feel like it's not false information. So if you send out 5 cards to, oops, a daisy whoopsies. That just went flying somewhere. 5 cards to a friend. I don't need to know who. I just need to know that you did it. I will send you a gift. Which reminds me, gift. Now that I said gift. Wednesday night, if you place your order of $100 or more with me during the BOGO sale, I am going to send you a mystery box, which will have even more awesome products in it. Okay? And depending on what mood I'm in, Lord only knows what you could get. You might get crazy stuff. But I promise you, it will be well worth it. Okay. Do we want to recap? Hang on. Stand by. Bring it in the Tombow. just because I don't want to lift this up again. Oh, I need to put gems on this. What the heck am I doing? Friends, I'm slacking. 1. Oop. There. Okay. Where's my third card? Right here. Okay, do we want to vote? Do we feel like voting tonight? Yes, I know we're coming into our busy May season of all of the May birthdays. Okay, Rita, 5 cards to friends. Okay, tomorrow. Okay, confirm with me tomorrow that's been done. I'll put you on the list. Joanna's in. Bev in. Awesome. Have not been posting. I just sent 13 cards this month for the month of May. Holy smokes, Sandra. Okay, I got you on the list. Oodles of birthdays. I know, May's a crazy month for us for birthdays. Okay, so Joanne is saying 2, 3, and 1. Diane is 2, 3, 1. Oh, sorry. Janet. Sorry. They're popping up so fast. 2, 3, 1. And then 3, 2, 1. 2, 3, 1. Fernanda, you can totally do this. Number 3 is my fave. You know what? I love the yellow. Trying to debate, do I paint my nails yellow? I don't know. I want to do yellow with like sunflowers on half my nail. That's what I was thinking. Anyway. You have to stay tuned and see what I end up doing. So 2, 3, and 1. 3, 1, and 2. I'm going to post close-up pictures of these, and you may change your mind about this one. It's light colors, but I think once you see it, like a better picture of it. The black jumps out. It does. It just pops. It really does. This one does too. I think it's the lighting, actually. I think it's actually the lighting. Rita says 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. They're very different. See how like they're the same card but different looks. I'll send you. Yes, please do, because I've got a whole board stir on Pinterest. This is a big deal for me to get my nails done. I never get my nails done unless I'm going on vacation, which never happens. So yes, so please send them to me. Okay. So if you want to try out this layout, I did post the pictures. I think that says a dozen cards for May birthdays. Okay, Kathy, just message me because I'm not going to write these all down right now. 3, 2, 1. But if you want to try this layout out, it's awesome. It is like a great way to use up your scraps. And like I said earlier, if you want to emboss, like depending on the paper you're using, you may want to emboss these. So I would probably put them onto your card base or onto your neutral piece, emboss them, and then put your white piece on. Otherwise, your white piece will have the embossing, right? Okay, I'm going to take a picture of these for you guys and get them posted. I think, honestly, when you see them, you're going to love them when you see them up closer. Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, sharp, guys. I will be on my Facebook page, not on YouTube, only on my Facebook page, and I will be doing the BOGO sale. So if you're interested, I will do all the instructions before we start. And the instructions are in the event if for some reason you missed the beginning part. But thank you, Sandra. I'm so excited to get going. I just have to get there. I embossed and loved it. Okay, Linda, be sure to send me a picture or post it in the VIP group if you want. So if you're on watching and you're not in my VIP group and you would like to be, please message me. I have made it a private group because I was starting to get strangers in it and they were starting to post really weird things. So I shut it down so it's private. So if you're interested in the VIP group, you can message me and we will get you added to that as well. So, all right. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. I hope to see everybody Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Facebook, on my page, not on YouTube. and I will have some amazing deals for you. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. We'll talk soon. Bye.